Yo, so guys, welcome back to the UTR channel. It's your boy Reggie and I'll be your commentator for today. Today's UTR 5s and in the squad we have Thomas, Jed, Tolu, Jams, John and goalkeeper Mitch. We're up against Foxes. Let's see who comes out on top. Mitch has the ball for UTR as he looks up to find John. John with a misplaced touch. Now Fox is moving the ball swiftly. This guy gets a shot off but Mitch is there to save it. The ball comes to Thomas. Thomas moving the ball for UTR. Taking his time. Fox is not applying pressure as he tries to find John. But the Foxes player got the ball back but John is pressuring hard and he gets the ball. He looks up first time, shoots and it just comes off the post. Jed for UTR. Shoots and is taking a deflection but Thomas is the first to react. Thomas looks around him, finds Jamil expecting a 1-2 but Jamil goes inside, cuts back out. Jamil gets a shot off and is top bins. After that lovely finish on Jamil, Foxes gets on the way from kickoff as this player has the ball, turns, gets the shot off and what a save from Mitch. The aim is to score but when you can make a save like that, that is as good as a goal. Fox's keeper has the ball as he rolls out to a player of his. Jamil applying a lot of pressure. Jamil does manage to grab the ball, gets a shot off but it's saved. Looks like it's the same Foxes player as he's driving forward but he gives the ball straight to Thomas. Thomas being pressured by two Foxes player as one of them does manage to get the ball. He's up against Thomas. He does manage to get a shot off but it's off target. It's still with the Foxes player. Jamil's running forward but Jed's there first as he gets a shot off and it's off target. It comes to John. John up against this player, does a couple fake shots. He does manage to get shot off but it's off target. Jed back on the ball with a lovely turn. He shoots as well and the keeper saved it. Mitch passes the ball to John. John taking his time with this player here. It looks like this player is saying, I know you're going. So John says, I'm going to go that way. Nothing comes of it. Still with John. John gets a shot off. It's saved by the keeper. The ball comes to Thomas as he shrugs off one Fox's player. Still Thomas. Gets on his left foot with a timid shot and it comes to nothing. The ball comes to Jed. Jed looks up with a first time pass to Thomas. Thomas with a lovely touch and a half volley and is not far off. The ball comes back to John. John up against the same player. He gets a shot off but it's saved. Fox's keeper with immediate reaction to throw it out. It looks like Jamil gets just ahead of that player but it looks like his foot is in the box. The referee's called for the penalty and is a penalty to Foxes which he does convert and is a goal for Foxes. Thomas gets us underway as he gives the ball to Jed. Jed to Jamil. Jamil looks up to find Thomas. It's successful. Thomas one-on-one with this player. Beats him and he slots it in. What a finish from Thomas. John has the ball for UTR as he skips past one player. It's still John. John looks like he's gone for the overstretched shot and it's off target. So the ball remains with the Foxes. Foxes now moving forward as he passes it to this player. Gets a shot off and Mitch saves it. Tolly's on the field as he gives the ball to Thomas. Thomas assessing his options and decides to give it back to Tolly. Tolly looks like he's trying to pull the strings here, but he goes past this player, gets a good luck of fortune as the ball comes back to him and he gets a shot off, but it's off target. Jamil has the ball for UTR as he comes away from those Foxes players. Jamil looks up to find Tolly. Tolly now has the ball. I don't know if that's a skill from Tolly, but it's come off as Jamil has the ball, but he loses possession temporarily. Fox's player is now moving it around, but it comes back to Jamil. Jamil gives it to Tolly. Tolly taking his time, assessing his options. Oh, gets a lovely piece of skill off, gets a shot off, but it's been blocked. The ball comes to Foxes, but it comes back to Tolly. Tolly does another feint, gives the ball to Thomas. Thomas gets a shot off. It looks like the keeper saved it. The ball then comes back to Tolly, gives it straight to Thomas. It looks like Thomas is looking for Tolly, but nothing comes of it. Foxes are now driving forward as they're moving it around. This guy with a heavy touch. Thomas applying a lot of pressure. It looks like Thomas has hit him in the face. He's not too happy about it, but it looks like the referee's waved advantage as Foxes still have the ball. This guy's driving forward. He loves to do that from time to time from what you've seen in the previous clips. As he's still going forward, Tolly's read it well. Tolly 1-on-1 with the keeper and he finishes it. Tolly for UTR gives the ball to Jamil. Jamil finds Jed. Jed's sorting out his feet as he looks up. Sees no one but Tolly, gives the ball back to Tolly. Tolly preparing for the shot, no, but he fakes it, gets a shot off with his right foot and it's a good save from the keeper. And it's Jams for UTR, gives it to Tolly. Tolly doesn't have the best touches so he gives it straight back to Mitch, which is allowed in goals. Mitch with a fake shot, gives the ball to Thomas. Thomas fortunate with the touch, he goes straight to Jed. Jed leaves it for Thomas. Thomas going forward but he gets dispossessed temporarily, gives the ball to Jamil. Jamil feeds off one player, gets a shot off and it's a great finish. It's half time, let's see what the boys have to say.
How you not blowing? I think the same amount of time as you lot.
Hey, no levels, are we blowing?
No, we're not blowing.
Hey, can't lie, there's not much I can say. Like the start wasn't the greatest, but we haven't. It is what it is.
Hey, we just got to be loud.
Yeah, we're not talking
We're not
enough.
talking at all.
Mixture, well done,
one voice,
one voice on the whole pitch.
1
not
out of
good
5,
enough.
that's poor.
When Tony was on the pitch, I didn't hit anyone. Anyone. Bar Mitch again.
Mitch for UTR gives the ball to Tolu. Tolu with a lovely back heel to Thomas. Thomas one-on-one with this player, loses his foot and goes down like he's been shot by a sniper, and it's with the Foxes. Nope, it's with Tolu. Tolu one-on-one with this player, bout beats him, gets a shot off, but the keep saves it. Foxes have the ball right now as they give it to one of the most decent players who I was talking about a bit on a couple episodes ago as Thomas gets a foot in. Foxes still in possession with the ball. This guy gets a shot off and it's a cultured finish. Tolu with the ball for UTR as he gives the ball to John. John one-on-one with this player, assessing his option. He does decide to use his right foot, gets a shot off, but it's been saved by the keeper. It comes to this Foxes player, hardly any pressure, but Jamil blocks it. Mitch tries to find someone, loses possession, and the Foxes score despite Tolu and Mitch's best efforts. Foxes now in possession with this player here as he's up against Tolu. Tolu looks like he's trying to get the ball back, but it's still with him. Managed to get it back to a teammate of his. It goes straight back to him, gets a shot off, but Tolu's there to block it. It comes to this Foxes player as Thomas is applying pressure. Still with the Foxes player, managed to get away from Thomas. Just about gets away from Jed, and oh my god, how has he scored from there? Thomas will get us underway for UTR as Tolu now has the ball. Gives it straight back to Thomas who goes for the first time shot, but it's been blocked off. The ball is now with John. John looks up to find Tolu. Tolu sees Jed, tries to go for him, but it's intercepted by this Foxes player. Foxes are now in possession with the ball as he looks up to find another teammate of his. This guy lays off for this player here and he caresses it in. I can pretty much tell you it's game on, or if anything, Foxes are dominating right now as this player gives it to this teammate of his who's controlled the ball very well. Tolu up against him. It almost looks like he's taunting him as he looks up to find a player of his. This player with a loose touch tries to get it back to him, but Jed is intercepted. The ball comes to Thomas. Thomas gets away, gets a shot off, and it's saved. What a game it's been so far as John has the ball here for UTR as he shrugs off this Foxes player. Tolu has the ball, just about gets a pass to Jed as Jed takes control, dispossessed temporarily, but the ball is still with Jed and Jed given time to turn and look up to find John. John gets dispossessed, Tolu's 2-on-1, this player gives it to this player and it's a finish. UTR applying as much pressure as they can as Tolu has the ball. He does a nice piece of skill as he gets it to Jed or John, but Jed gets a shot off and nothing comes of it. Jams now has the ball for UTR as the keeper makes a mistake. He cuts inside, skips past the challenge, gets a shot off, but it's been blocked. Now Foxes are under attack with this player here who does shoot and it's off target. The ball is now here with Tolu as he's being pressured by one of these Foxes players, but he shrugs him off. He just about skips past this player. He does get a shot off, but it's off target. The ball now comes to John. One-on-one with this player, cuts him, uses his left foot and it hits the post. The ball comes to Jed, shoots, but it's been blocked as well. Now Foxes are now driving forward. UTR plays all over the place, gives it to this player and what a finish. I've got to say, I think at this point Foxes are winning, but UTR are not giving up right now as Jed has the ball. He does give it to Jamil. Jamil now drives inside. Looks like Jamil's running out of ideas as he gets dispossessed by this player. He's still going. This player takes his time, shoots, and it's come off Tolu and he's gone in. Mitch has the ball for UTR as he finds Thomas. Thomas just about controls it. Cameraman is in the walls as well. Thomas looks up to find Jed. Jed now has the ball for UTR, gets a shot off, but it's been blocked off. Jed still has the ball for UTR, still with Jed. Jed finds Tolu. Tolu tries to find Thomas, but they've read it well. Tolu now has the ball here as he tries to get past this player, loses possession. He gets a shot off, but it's tamed and off target. Jamil puts his body there, and the ball comes straight back to Tolu. Tolu looks up, finds Jed in space. Jed sees Thomas, gets the ball to Thomas, and yeah, I just don't think it's UTR's the ball out to Thomas once more. Thomas takes his time with it. He finds Tolu. Tolu assessing his option, drives in, sees Thomas. Thomas controls it and finishes. Mitch once more again for UTR as he fizzes it to Jed. Jed with the loose touch, but he does get the ball back. He looks up with the outside foot shot and it hits the post. UTR are running out of time as Foxes have the ball here as this guy passes it to this player here. He looks up, he gets a shot off, but it hits La Bombonera. And the ball goes straight back to a Foxes player. Thomas is applying pressure. Thomas is still going, gets the ball, shrugs that player, leaves him for dead. Tolu gets it to Jamil and it's a great finish. And that's it for today's game. Foxes have managed to come out on top. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I've been Reggie and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
See, we're on physical, understand, and we do things that they can't comprehend. So far ahead, they can't touch the man when the punchlines come through and comprehend. Live for the fan trying to bust the gang, won't figures roll when I get that monster bread. I can tell they want us to bang, but I don't care, can't all of my ops are dead. Cut away, man's elevating from my heart so